Hello, folks. Primetime James Thomas here, coming at you with another video over at the Primetime Network. Hopefully, everyone is having a great weekend, a great Sunday afternoon. It is really, really beautiful out here today. It is 83 degrees here in the Downport area. So perfect summer weather. And today I want to talk about Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel F. I saw the trailer, the newest trailer that came out a few days ago, and for those that are new to the channel or don't know, Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy is my favorite comedian of all time. Favorite comedian and my favorite comedic actor of all time. I grew up on Eddie Murphy, watching his films growing up. I grew up watching, Delirious, Raw, 48 Hours, Trading Places. Me and Quez, we've done movies about Eddie, Boomerang and Coming to America, some classic Eddie Murphy films. I'm a big fan, and I'll pretty much support almost everything Eddie Murphy does. Has he had some clunkers in his career? Absolutely. But I will support Eddie in almost anything that he does. And Eddie is coming back as Axel Foley for Beverly Hills Cop 4, which will be coming out next month, July 3rd, on Netflix, to be exact. And I saw the trailer, and I gotta say, I really, really enjoyed this trailer. Hell, I can say I enjoyed this trailer more than I did the first trailer. And I love the fact that, one, it's rated R. It's a rated R movie, which is always a good sign. It's always a great sign. That means we could probably watch Eddie be a little bit more himself. And I love how the movie is going to be about Axel Foley, because initially, I remember there was plans of this, but initially I thought there were going to be a storyline where they're going to tag on a younger actor. It's probably going to be like Axel and his son or whatsoever. I know they had a TV show idea. I believe Brandon T. Jackson was lined up to be Axel's son. I think they actually filmed a pilot episode. It just never went through. But I thought it was going to be a situation where it's going to be Beverly Hills Cop. Oh, yeah, Axel Foley's going to be in it, but the story's going to be more focused around his son, which kind of what they did with Coming to America, the sequel, Coming to America, which I'll get to that in a second. Oh my gosh, but no, it doesn't look like they did that here. Now, Eddie, this is a Netflix produced film, and it's probably a good thing, because if this actually went to a worldwide theater release, and the big movie studios probably had their hands on this, they probably would have done some slick stuff about adding a younger actor, because that's kind of like the trend they've been doing lately. Well, they did it with Bill and Ted, and they did it with the Ghostbusters, a new Ghostbusters film, where it's like the younger characters, that's really doing most of the work. It's more about them. Now, to hell with that. We want to see Eddie, and it looks like the movie's going to be about just strictly Eddie as Axel Foley, which is fantastic. And I love the fact that Judge Reinhold as Billy is coming back. The actor that plays Taggart is coming back. You can't have a Beverly Hills Cop movie without those three, without Axel, Billy, and Taggart. You got to have those three in there. And I'm not sure what the plot is, but it looks like it has something to do with Billy being kidnapped, and Taggart, who looks like he's going to be retired. He's going to come back one more time to work with Axel. And anytime I see those three, I just smile. I just absolutely smile. It's great that those guys are back. Kevin Bacon is going to be in the movie, who I'm also a big fan of. One of the more underrated actors in Hollywood, legend in the game. If I had to say, he's probably going to be the bad guy. He's probably gonna be one of those bad guys where when they appear, it looks like they're gonna be an ally, but somewhere along the way, we're gonna prove they're gonna show he's a double agent. That he's really the bad guy. He's working, with the enemy behind the scenes. It would not surprise me if that's going to be Kevin Bacon's role in the film, or it'd be a nice little twist that it wasn't. That it'd be a nice little twist if you think it's going to be, but it's not. That Kevin Bacon actually is actually a good guy in the film. Either way, I'm looking forward. Anytime Kevin Bacon is attached to a program or to a movie or show, I'm going to be on board for because he's great. He's great. And I love that Paul Reiser, me and Paul, we just did Aliens the other day. Paul Reiser is returning to the franchise. And I love what I love about the trailer is that it gives you what you want. It gives you what you want. We see it looks like it appears that Eddie is going to be Eddie in this film. That quick wit, that charm, that charisma that he has, that magic that Eddie normally has. It looks like it appears in the trailer. Now, of course, we gotta be realistic. In today's climate, in today's era, Axel is probably not going to say the thing that he would say in 1983 because it's a very different time. But I hope, I would love it. And I think it's time. I think the movie going audience is starting to be more vocal about this, where it's like, look, we're tired of this soft, handheld, be careful what you say nonsense. Okay, like I think a good majority of the movie going audience actually wants that raw, gritty, movie again. Where you just that raw comedy, that raw dialogue movie, because it's been more noticeable than ever that a lot of things are tampered down, watered down, fit agendas. Like comedians are handcuffed, can't really say what they really want to say. Hopefully, this movie has some edge to it, which it should. It's going to be rated R. So that, because keep in mind, okay, Eddie Murphy, especially for those that didn't watch his stand-up specials, Eddie Murphy was raw, no pun intended, very raw comedy. I'm talking about, bro, if you watch Delirious, the first 5-10 minutes alone of that special will get Eddie canceled today. Because Eddie comes from an era where you got on stage and you literally could say whatever the fuck you wanted to say and nobody would be offended by it. So hopefully this movie can bring just a little bit of that. Just a little bit of that edge, that I think is greatly missed in Hollywood movies today. It's greatly missed. Because family-friendly Eddie is cool, but we want to see that hardcore Eddie one more time. So got a little bit of that in the Dolomite movies. As a matter of fact, Eddie's been doing movies with Netflix for quite some time now. Came out with Dolomite Is My Name, but I thought was really good. Then he did Coming to America, which is the sequel. I did a review on that. It's no longer exists anymore, but I did talk about that film. And I thought it was disappointing for the most part. I thought Coming to America, number 2 America, for the most part was very disappointing. It was very disappointing. I wanted to like it. I wanted to love it. But the more and more I watch it, the more I'm like, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted at all. You People with him and what's his name? Jonah Hill. I thought was decent. I thought it was decent for the most part. Candy Can Lane, I thought was decent. Um, but hopefully, this movie is going to be the movie that really, reignite, Eddie Murphy, in this later stages in his career. And who knows? Maybe if this movie's successful, this could spawn a trilogy, or this could spawn another film, a sequel, or whatsoever. Because everybody loves Eddie Murphy. They want to see Eddie Murphy, but they want to see it. Everybody wants to see Eddie Murphy. And if this trailer is any indication how the movie's going to be, everybody's going to be there for it. This summer is looking really nice. We got Bad Boys, which is coming out next week. Then you got this. It's going to be a nice summer. And I'm looking forward to this movie, and I think the trailer is really, really good. Really, really good. And hopefully we get some semblance of old Eddie in this film. But let me know, guys' thoughts. How do y'all feel about the Beverly Hills Cop 4 trailer? Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Everyone have a good day, and I am out. Peace.